Alright, so what I've got today here is the SilencerCo Scythe Ti. Almost said the STM. Ti. This is the titanium, and really it's got, this isn't the first time I've shot it, so it's not like an unboxing or anything. It is actually a very quiet suppressor. It's full titanium. It weighs, I think it's supposed to weigh like 7 point something ounces. It weighs like 8.2, 8.3, something like that. So, you know, I'm not gonna gripe about that, but it does very good on sound suppression. It's a really good can. As far as a hunting can, like I say, I'm not taking this, putting on my PRS rifle and running a match with it. You know, what it's really intended for is to put on something like a hunting rifle, whether it's a real fancy one or not, and you'd hardly know it's there because it's like 6.1 or 6.2 inches in total length. And so when you add that weight and that size, this is awesome for a hunting suppressor. Matter of fact, I can't call it mine because we stuck it on my wife's rifle. That was my fault. And now I was lucky enough to steal it off of her rifle just to do this video. She has laid claim to this, and if I want one, I'm going to have to buy my own. So the thing is, this is just a really great rifle. It sounds really good. I've got my Omega 300 from SilencerCo on here. It's been a really good suppressor. I love it. It's not the quietest suppressor on the market, but it dampens the sound very well. It does a very good job. It's only, you know, I run the flat cap on it, so it's almost on the dot at 6 inches. Good and quiet, you know, and it's lightweight. It's 14 ounces maybe. I say lightweight. To me, that's lightweight. I used to run a Spec War. Great can, but it's like a brick on the end. So either way, this has been a really good suppressor for me. I kind of want to upgrade, but I still love my Omega really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it. I'm going to take probably about 2 shots with the Omega, and then probably at least 2 or 3 here. We're going to kind of check point of impact shift to see if it makes a big difference between there. As a matter of fact, I may even take a shot without anything. That way we can kind of just check point of impact shift on everything, and then you can kind of get a little bit of a sound comparison between the Omega 300 and the Scythe Ti. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I've talked enough. I told myself I wasn't going to do that, but it's me, so I know what I'm going to do. Alright, yeah, we're going to put 2, that way it doesn't get so hot I can't take it off. And messed up, and I sighted in a couple rifles, so all my targets are a little on the dirty or shot up side. So we'll have to pick a clean spot, just aim at that. Okay. That's good. Now I swear that sounded louder than it normally sounds, but here in Florida we're having a cold day. It got close to freezing last night, and it's going to get down mid upper 30s tonight, so it's starting to get a little chilly on me. In Florida this is cold. I'm not used to it. So shoot another one. Yep. I mean, right where I want it to be, which should be, that's what this rifle is sighted in with. And what we'll do, I'm actually gonna take this can off before it gets too hot. I don't know if y'all are allowed to see this. I don't think so. I can't remember. So I'm gonna, you won't be able to see anything with my big self in front of it. And the rifle, I'm keeping the mag empty. That way chamber's clear. But like I say, you can kind of see the comparison. This one's a little fatter, and really the length, and that's what you're looking at lengthwise, which I've got. I don't have the flat hub, but I mean it's really close. You know, I'm probably holding that out of the camera frame. I see. Give me a little leeway here, because I'm not exactly what you would call good at this. So we're gonna take 1 shot with nothing, I don't have my hearing protection, so this is gonna suck for me. I want to see what the point of impact shift is. Point of impact shift is not horrible. It's about it's only about 1.5 inches, slightly left. So that's really not bad. I couldn't remember, to tell you the truth. I've put the suppressor on there and haven't quit. But clear, we'll slide this on here. Like I said, I'm trying to do this in a hurry, and you know, this may never make it to YouTube. I don't know why y'all can't see how to put a suppressor on. It's not like rocket science, but I guess that's dangerous information. Hell, I don't know. At this point, I don't care. So we're gonna see what the point of impact shift is with this suppressor. My ears are still ringing a little bit. So another thing too is, I didn't say this, the Omega without the anchor brake, it definitely has a little bit more recoil to it. With the anchor brake, it does a lot better. I've just been running it really short. I've been in and out of the truck a lot. It's just been riding with me a lot, so 1 less inch does make it a little nicer. So we're going to compare recoil with this as well. Yeah, the recoil is already felt better with this. Looks like somewhere between 1/2 and a whole inch to the right of my zero with the Omega. So between the Omega and the Scythe, I mean, you're talking, we'll go right split different, about 3/4 inch difference, and then they're both only 1.5 to 2 inches difference with, you know, nothing on the muzzle. So that's not bad. That I really like the sound on this. On my wife's 6.5 PRC, I believe there's actually a little bit more sound difference between the Omega and the Scythe, but this Scythe does sound really good, and it's as far as reducing recoil with the single port brake, it definitely does a better job keeping me on target, not bouncing like the Omega does. Now with the Omega with the anchor brake, it does help for sure. So I really like the sound. I'm gonna burn another round. I've got quite a few of these that I don't run out of my match rifle anymore. So it's hitting a nice little group up there. Just like I say, probably about 3/4 inch right of my group with the Omega. I'll probably mess it up with this shot. Yeah, just maybe 1/4, 1/2 inch below those. I mean, so not bad at all, but I didn't expect it to make the groups open up or anything like that. The can it's a really nice can. I'm gonna try to do a few more videos, maybe get my 300 blackout, and you know, do a few videos with that one. We may try it on a couple different rifles. Shoot, I may throw it on my 300 Win Mag. I'm just gonna, like I say, I have to steal it off my wife's rifle so I can actually make a video with it. That's kind of hard to do, because she just kind of fell in love with the weight, the size, and the sound. And the first time we took it out, it was doe weekend, and she shot a doe in the head at 200 yards with it, and she just, I guess that was one of those things that just helped seal the deal on it. So, but either way, it's getting close to dark here, and if I don't have this back home and on my wife's rifle before she figures out, she'll probably, you know, be angry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down, and we'll make a couple more videos with this thing. I'm really enjoying shooting it. So